Jerry Brown here with Jerry Brown Travels.
Lori here. We're gonna give you an 8 tip if you're gonna traveling in Mexico. It's going to help you.
Jerry Brown here with Jerry Brown Travels. You asked the question, should you drink the water in Mexico? You hear that you get Montezuma's revenge, you can have diarrhea, you can be up all night in your hotel room, and you're really sick. Well, most generally here, you do want to drink bottled water, especially if you're traveling. You carry a little bottle of water with you, and maybe you're in the hotel room. Then again, you carry a bottle of water with you in those places too. Restaurants generally are going to be safe. They purify their water. Also, in Mexico, the ice is all been purified water. So don't be afraid of drinking water or ice in the restaurants. But be safe and use bottled water. Some people say even if you brush your teeth, you should use the bottled water. So don't get Montezuma's revenge. Be safe. I hope this tip helps. Mexico is loud, loud, loud. Oh, I can't believe how loud it can get here. And that's a concern, a big concern, especially if you're a light sleeper and you get annoyed by loud noises. Mexico, they love it loud. They actually say, if it's not loud, it's not Mexico. So if you're gonna move into an area, before you get in there and maybe you sign a lease or anything like that, check out the neighborhood at different times of the day. You may want to go in the evening. You want to listen to the neighbors because the neighbors now are home because during the day they're at work. And you may not realize, or maybe you're by a school and you check it out when the school's not in session. So by going to the neighborhoods, you'll be able to see. Most generally, central parts of the villages or the cities are the most noisiest. So if you can get away from there, it'll be quite a bit quieter. And when I was planning on retiring and I wanted to calculate how much money I would need to live on without having to go back to work. And so I asked a lot of financial advisors. They weren't able to help me back then. Today it's quite common to know these things. But what I found out is they told me, take your income for the year, okay, and then multiply it by 25. That's going to give you a total amount of money that you need to save. So then once you save that money, if you live, and it is invested, I need to tell you that, now you're living off of that investment. You only want to take out 4% of that investment, and that money will last you the rest of your life. So 25% of your gross yearly annual income to determine how much you need. The question is internet speed. What does Mexico offer for internet speed? Well, what I highly recommend if you're going to rent a place or maybe even at a hotel, go into the area, get the Wi-Fi, get online, and then check the speed. Go to your test speed app and test the speed and see if it has adequate downloads and uploads for you. This is very important, especially if you plan on working in Mexico. Nothing more frustrating than have a slow internet speed. Most of the communities here are moving up to fiber optics, but there are areas that are a little more slow and developing, and they don't have that. So if you really want to have good quality internet, make sure you do a test speed on it before maybe you rent or even check into a hotel. If you're planning on a road trip traveling and driving in Mexico, let me give you a couple tips that will help you out. First of all, make sure you have Mexican car insurance. Also, what you'll want to do, you'll want to choose the roads that are pay roads. They're called quotas. And you pay as you go. They have those little pay booths and you pay. It's not as cheap as if you take the freeway, meaning the area that is free. They're called Libras. But the thing about them, They're crowded with a lot of trucks and where people can't afford to use the pay road. But they're safe, they're clean, you can cover much more distance at a shorter time. The bathrooms are clean, they have convenience stores on them. So my recommendation is use the quotas, the highways that you have to pay a fee. And safety concerns in walking in Mexico. What type of shoes should you wear? Definitely, if you're a woman, you don't want to wear high heels. Now, if you're in the city where things are a little more organized, in a case like that, yes. But if you're in the rural areas, you're traveling through here, let's say in the Aji, Chapala area, San Miguel Allende, Guanajuato, Querétaro, there's a lot of towns that you want to be concerned because they have a lot of cobblestone streets there. So look for comfortable shoes. This way, you won't fall in a hole, you won't, trip and fall. And the other thing is that be aware, be conscious of where you're walking. When you're walking, look down, take a few steps, look up to get clarity, look back down, and be careful and safe. And how do you find the best rentals, the cheapest rentals when you come to Mexico? I recommend, if you have the time, book say an Airbnb, or maybe find a Facebook group that you could ask there about rentals. More time that you can book a place like that, let's say 1 month. Then you look around, you walk around the neighborhoods, you look for signs that say for rent. A lot of rentals don't get to Airbnb. They don't even get to the agents that rent out homes here. So look around, take the number down, call them. That's what I do, and that's the deals that you can get. It's amazing how much money you can save by doing that little extra work. And it's actually a lot of fun. I hope that helps you get a better rate on your rent. And there are 2 types of resident visas. The first one is called a temporal, and it is good for 4 years. And after 4 years, you can be automatically enrolled in a permanent visa. The permanent visa is good forever. The temporal visa, you have to qualify, so you have to show income coming in to the Mexican government to qualify. But for a permanent visa, you don't have to do that. So if you get the temporary first and you live out the 4 years, then you could automatically be grandfather claused in on a permanent visa. This is a really nice way of doing it. Also, with the temporary visa, you can drive your foreign-plated car. With a permanent, you cannot drive a foreign-plated car. Fridays at 5 p.m. California time, a free video. Also, you see my picture on the right? Hey, subscribe. Just click on it. It's free. And you see the little pop-up on the left that says buy us a cup of coffee. If you feel we've given you any value, helped you, or entertained you, how about buying Lori and I a cup of coffee?